is a room where things have happened and continue to happen. Some of you have created people in that room. Nobody is going to cross anyone's boundaries in this matrimonial bed. If your spouse is in the mood of giving you some head, they will give it to you as they desire. Better yet, and this next one applies to those sisters who call themselves boss babes. Hey friends, Nokie Evans here, author of Spice It Up. It's time to revive your intimacy and your favorite sexual intimacy coach. How are you doing today? Hey, welcome to the Spice Up Your Intimacy YouTube channel. On today's video, I'm going to be giving you some bedroom etiquette. That is the things that you should do and the things that you should not do in your bedroom, in your matrimonial bedroom. We live in a world where we have to have some order or some kind of guidelines when it comes to whatever we do, okay? It turns out you guys really enjoyed that video when I gave you the do's and don'ts of oral sex, the way I presented it. I'm going to use the same entertaining and yet very informative and educational format, okay? However, before I get on with these 10 things that you should do and not do in the bedroom, I have a favor to ask of you. It turns out a whole lot of you who are watching these videos are actually not subscribed. Guys, take the sister to the next level, will you? Let's grow this community. Please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that whenever I upload another video, YouTube will notify you. Yes, it's good to have you, and if it's your first time here, hey, welcome. I invite you to watch all the other very educational and informative videos. I'm going to link that video that I'm talking about in the iCard up here somewhere. Let me say, when it comes to bedroom etiquette, the things that we should do and not do, the things that we should say and not say, and by the way, I have an amazing video on what you as a sister should never ever say to your men in the bedroom. I'm also going to link that video in the iCard as well, okay? I'm super excited about this video today. I'm going to present this very fast because it's things that are spoken about a number of times on my channel, but hey, you know what, we get to learn and we get to remember through repetition. And I invite you to watch this video all the way to the end. This is just part one. I have more and more things that you should not or should do in the bedroom. With that out of the way, my friend, let's get started. Let's start with the basic of the basics. Thou shalt communicate openly with each other. No guesswork here. You shall not assume that your spouse knows or can guess what your desires and wants are. If you do not communicate those wants and desires, my friend, you are going to starve or you are going to be frustrated, and you'll think that your spouse does not care, and yet you have failed to express your desires through open communication. Thou shalt forgive one another before you get into the bedroom. Yes, indeed. You shall forgive if for whatever reason your spouse has made you angry or they have upset you in one way or another. You shall make sure that you forgive them before you enter into that bedroom. The sun shall not go down on your anger, okay? Work out whatever it is. I know some people say that makeup sex is great, but I say sex is even better when there is no fight, okay? And that leads me to number 3. Thou shalt not use the bedroom as a courthouse. That means there shall be no heated arguments or no heated debates in the bedroom. Remember, this is your sanctuary. This is your matrimonial bed where you get to meet your spouse and the Holy Spirit through your moments of worship. Therefore, eliminate any squabbles, any quarrels, any misunderstandings before you get into your matrimonial bedroom. Okay, moving on to number 4. Thou shalt show up in your full capacity with a good attitude, because any kind of nasty attitude is not welcome in this matrimonial bedroom. You shall show up in your full capacity with a great attitude, ready to take on this intimacy that's about to happen in your special room. This is a room where things have happened and continue to happen. Some of you have created people in that room, so handle it with special care by showing up with a very good attitude. Okay, moving on to number 5. Thou shalt respect each other's boundaries. You shall respect your spouse's boundaries no matter what they are. What am I talking about? I'm so glad you asked. I'll give you an example. Do not push your spouse's head towards your genitals as a way of forcing them to give you oral sex. No, 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 no. Let them do it voluntarily as and when they want. Nobody is going to cross anyone's boundaries in this matrimonial bed. If your spouse is in the mood of giving you some head, they will give it to you as they desire. Better yet, you can ask politely and not shove their head towards your jennies. Okay, now let's move on to what I believe is number 6. Thou shalt show some enthusiasm and excitement in everything that you do in that matrimonial bed. Remember, men have spoken up and they say they prefer enthusiasm over skill. You may be well skilled in doing whatever you're doing, but if you lack enthusiasm, that skill does not matter. It does not count or surmount to anything. Therefore, my sister, my brother, make sure that you show some enthusiasm. Make sure that enthusiasm is number 1, followed by your skill. Don't get me wrong. Skill is important, which is why we have this channel to improve your skills. However, I want you to make sure that you put your best foot forward when it comes to enthusiasm. You shall be enthusiastic at all times. Okay, moving on to number 7. If you are enjoying this content so far, make sure that you click that subscribe button and don't forget to click the thumbs up button so that other people looking for such exciting and educational content may find it. Let's move on. And this next one applies to my sisters, to those sisters who call themselves boss babes. Thou shalt not be a boss or a boss babe in the bedroom. Whatever position that you hold at your job, my sister, before you get into your matrimonial bedroom or before you step into your home, make sure that you leave that position in the office. You are not the CEO in the bedroom. You are not the CFO in the bedroom. Show up as a wife. Show up as a submissive wife. Yes, we are going to go there. Make sure that you are subscribed. You are going to show up as a wife and not a CEO. You are going to show up as a partner and not a boss. Do not be a boss to your husband. Do not be a control freak. Yes, I will have a whole video about being a control freak and how it is ruining your sexual intimacy, let alone your marriage. Moving on, and this one is to both of you. You shall never punish one another by withholding sex. No, 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 no. You shall not punish your spouse by not giving them what is due to them. Yes, sexual intimacy is due to them. Remember, while your body is the temple of God and was created by God, you shall not I repeat, you shall never ever punish your spouse by withholding sex from them. While you're walking around in that body and with that organ or member in your body, the day that you exchanged your vows, that body belongs not only to God because it's God's temple, but it also belongs to your spouse. Therefore, do not punish your spouse by withholding sex. Remember, the adulterous woman is out there wandering like a hungry lion, looking for whom she may devour. So do not send your husband to the street where the adulterous woman is waiting. Okay? You shall feed him well. You shall not, I repeat, you shall not withhold sexual intimacy from your spouse. And make sure that when you get down to business, you feed each other well. Okay? Let's move on. Thou shalt remember, like I've said many times before on this channel, that hygiene is a prerequisite to any sexual intimacy session. Whether you are going to engage in oral sex or not, make sure that you both practice and maintain very, very good hygiene. Remember, like I've said in a previous video, this is a no stinker zone. You shall take care of yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, because in this bed, in this matrimonial bed, you will never know what is going to happen. You'll never know what will end up in somebody's mouth. Therefore, be prepared by making sure that your hygiene is second to none. Moving on, thou shalt show up in your full capacity. Thou shalt be fully present in everything that is taking place in your matrimonial bed, especially during sexual intimacy. You shall not be absent-minded. You shall not be thinking about the bills. You shall not be thinking about the debts that you have. You shall not be thinking about your children. You shall not be thinking about that co-worker who scratched your nerve a couple of days ago and you're still hanging on to it. Remember, go back to number 2. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness for everybody and not just your spouse. You shall not be writing essays during the time that you are intimate with your spouse. You shall not be planning your Christmas dinners during your sexual intimacy. Shall I go on? You get the picture, right? I hope you do. You shall be present in the moment. You shall be engaged. You shall be making some movements. You shall be making some sounds to indicate that you are enjoying. You shall be communicating with your spouse and telling him that you have hit the right spot. Just linger there. You shall make sure these moments are precious, because they are indeed special. Let me remind you, this is part 1 of a multi-part series of Bedroom Etiquette. So make sure that you are subscribed. And I know if you came this far in this video, you will definitely enjoy this next one here. However, if your spouse is waiting to be intimate with you right now, you better log off and go and attend to your spouse. Don't forget that I'm your sexual intimacy coach. I'll leave the information in the description box. You can book a one-on-one session. You can also buy my book, Spice It Up, It's Time to Revive Your Intimacy, which should be a handbook, a guide for every couple. And with that being said, my friend, until next time, I love you. I sincerely do. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you share it with your friends. Don't enjoy it all alone. Share it with your besties. And I'll be back with more next week. Like I said, this is just part 1. Remember to do small things with great love. Don't forget to keep it spicy. Adios. Bye-bye. God bless you. I love you. You better believe it. Okay?